Welcome to Minnesota Morris. My name is Trever Cockerill. I punt. I'm Nathan Edwards-Gaona. I'm a freshman lead tackle here. Welcome to campus. This is the CSC, our Cougar Sports Center. Yeah. Alright, so this is like a snack bar inside the RFC. This is where you can use some of your points for protein drinks. You can get some energy drinks, all that good stuff. You got a gym back there, and then right there at the entrance to the sports side of the RFC.
So in this building, this is where you'll spend most of your time. Our locker room's here, our weight room's here, and our training room's here. This is the gym if you're interested in going to any games. We have really good basketball and volleyball teams. During winter, we usually warm up and do workouts in here, like sprint workouts. And if it's raining outside, we also practice in here.
This is where our field is. This is Dakota Deck. We host some team dinners here, some team events here, so it gets put to good use. A lot of football guys come up here and watch the games from above. Myself, I do that. It's the best view in the house, so.
This is where we play all of our home games, and this is where we practice the majority of the time. Practices for us are in the afternoons during the season, around 3:30, 4 o'clock-ish. We sometimes practice on the grass field over there. The high school's practicing on the turf field. There's no track, which I really like. Yeah. Nate, anything else?
Yeah, I mean, we share it with, like you said, we share with the high school. I mean, stadiums get packed, during homecoming. High school will come out and support us. We got a good community out here, so they like to pack the stands as much as they can.
Yeah, during the spring, we also practice out here, in the mornings for our spring practice. So the goalposts are also retractable. If that interests you.
So that's the kicker part.
If you're also interested in other sports, I think soccer plays out here sometimes. Baseball, the baseball field is over there. Again, we have a lot of great sports that are usually going on all week long. So if you're interested in watching those.
Yeah, So, this is, I guess, another entrance to the CSC side of the building. This is where our locker room is. We'll come in here to get ready for practice, get ready for games. We'll normally have a speaker set up in there for all the guys, and we share the locker with basketball and then swimming and soccer. Also, you can get to our equipment room from here, so can't take you in there quite yet, but.
Now we're going to the training room. We have 3 amazing trainers, Ray, Amelia, and Rich, that can help you with any need. So that's down here. State of the art facility. We've got cupping, we have taping, ice packs, heat packs, ice baths. Really anything you can imagine we have.
So yeah, this is this training room. You come in here, get what you need done, and go out and practice and play. A lot of guys take ice baths after practices. So it's a good time in there.
And I guess the last thing we're going to go do is the weight room. So during the season, we lift weights twice a week on Mondays and Wednesdays. And then during the off season, we lift weights 4 times a week. Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursday, and Fridays. This is also open really all the time, so if you want to work out on the weekend, you can come here as well.
Closes at 11 p.m. So if you want to get a late night working, really open anytime, like I said.
In the RFC, where we just went, where we upstairs, that's open 24/7.
Alright, so this is our weight room here. Sports weight room, community weight room. Anyone who really wants to come in here can come in here. But yeah, this is where all the hard work gets done. We come in here in the morning. We'll all out together as a team. We'll do some stretching in the other gym over there. Some speed and jumping stuff over there. But overall, it's a good time. A lot of memories made in here. We do maxes for the Iron Cougar. Something to strive for. Keeps you pushing to something. Keeps your goals high.
Are we going next?
Or we can go this way, administration, AD and stuff. In those 2 classrooms.
I suppose we can probably do that.
We have amazing faculty here. Our athletic director, Matt Johnson, that's where his office is. He's actually right in there.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I think you can also work study if you're eligible for that. You can work in there. I know some of our basketball coaches, like Coach Grove, our women's coach, also works in there.
That's where we also take our pictures for like our headshots and stuff. So you want to all stay feet up for that. Yeah.
Here's a classroom in here. You'll take a class called Morse 1101 your freshman year, and you might get that in here. So that's just like a basic welcome to Morse kind of intro class.
And depending on your major, you can have some classes in there. I know Rich and a couple other athletic trainers teach some classes in there. So, Cougar Den. This place. Turn the lights on here. This place is like it's a little room, safe place. You'll have some meetings in here. We had our end of season meetings in here. I know some guys come in here and talk to coaches about whatever they really want. It's a good space to be in. It's a comfy space to be in, quiet space. If you need to study, you can come in here too. It's multi-purpose, so it's a good space.
Good.
Of course, we're student athletes, so we're students first. So this is gonna be like the more academic side, dining hall, and like your dorms. So that's what this part of the tour is gonna look like. This is Tug Lake. During homecoming and welcome weekend, you'll have some community events here if you're a freshman. If you're a freshman, we have this big tug of war during homecoming week. That's really competitive against the 3 dorms. We have 3 freshman dorms on campus: Spooner, Pine, and Indy. Indy's the one right here. That's where me and Nate live, and it's predominantly the athletic dorms, mostly because it's right next to the sports center, right next to the dining hall.
We live up on the 4th floor. There's 4 floors to it, 3 sections, A, B, and C. Yeah, like you mentioned, predominantly like sports players. So it's a good experience to get. We encourage living in independence and in the dorms in general. You meet a lot of new people in the dorms. It's a lot of fun in there. You have movie nights. I know they host floor events with your CAs and whatnot. So, and you get good like a good living space. That's what I was looking for. And then, like you said, right next to us is the dining hall. This is where you use your meal plan. And it's unlimited swipes. There's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Sometimes on the weekends they'll host brunch. So I love the dining hall. I'm a D lineman, so I kind of have to. I eat here all the time. Food's good. They have a lot of variety for, I guess, meals. They always have desserts. Always give you enough protein. So
To access the dining hall and to access your dorms, you have this little, it's called a U card. It's basically your student ID. It's just a photo, and you swipe for the dining hall, and then there's like these little like keypads for the dorms that you just press and it unlocks the door. This is our student health center. If you're sick or injured or need medicine or anything like that, if you're getting surgery, you can get your pre-op here as well. So this is the place to go.
No, if you don't come to school with insurance, the school will provide you with insurance. I know when you go in there, they'll probably ask you for it. So school will provide you insurance if you don't have it.
We passed it earlier, but if you have a car on campus, the parking lot's just over there. If you're an upperclassman, there's also apartments over there. But I know especially a lot of football guys just kind of room with each other, 4 or 5 people to a house. And all you need for the parking lot is just a parking pass, which you can either buy per semester or just yearly.
This is Gay Hall. It's an upperclassman dorm, so incoming freshmen won't be in those dorms. I know downstairs they have like a tech service type thing, so if you need a new U card or a temporary one, they can provide you with that.
Blakely Hall's over here. I know there are apartments as well as more like an education building. I'm an education major, so I've been in there a couple times. And right up here to the left is the second freshman dorm, Spooner. Something I like about campus, it's really walkable. As you can see, we're kind of in the hub of campus right now. Student center's right there, and everything around it, basically all your academic buildings. Being in a more rural town, there's a lot of wildlife that you see birds, but Nate can attest to it. We've seen a lot of rabbits lately, and there are a lot of squirrels also on campus.
I know they tried invading the practice field. I swear, man. To the left here is the Stewart Hall, or the education building. You can have. I know there's some classes in there. It's more like offices for teachers and whatnot, but I know some people in education that go there have meetings with their advisors.
The Multi-Ethnic Resource Center kind of pays homage to the fact that this university used to be a indigenous boarding school. I have not been in there, but I know there's free printing and I think there's meetings for like indigenous cultures and stuff like that. So
they host some powwows in there. You can hear them when you're walking by. You can hear them. It's pretty cool to experience that. I know there's some like native cultural stuff going on in the mall sometimes, which is right back there. This is the science building. There's 2 wings to it, the east and the west wing. The east wing here, when we go inside, you'll see it's more of like a human science, and then over there is more computer science. I'm an exercise science major, so this is where I spend most of my time for classes. This is your biology, your chemistry, anatomies and whatnot. So
along with those, we also have math classes are also in this building, and there is an observatory for astronomy, and sometimes it's open to the public, so they'll have like you can look at like the stars and planets at night sometimes, and there's also a greenhouse here as well.
going left here, this is all your like laboratories. This is where you'll do your labs and your lab studies and whatnot. All upstairs, you have some classes down here, downstairs. There are little lounge areas here, so if you need studying, you can. But that's where most of your labs will be. And then, like I said before, some classes are scattered around there.
Now we're in the mailroom. So if you wish, you can get your mail on campus. Down here is where you get more of your packages, and we'll walk past it, but for your envelopes and stuff, you have a separate mailbox. So all you gotta do is just say what your box number is, and then you just show them your U card, which is your student ID, and you'll get your package.
And then this is the bookstore. This is where you will pick up any books you need for classes. And as you can see, there's a bunch of merchandise, Cougars merchandise you can get here. I know I bought this sweatshirt here on my visit when I first came here, so it's good merch.
And school supplies as well. They have like pencils, chargers, art supplies, stuff like that.
Basic school necessities.
So now we're gonna go through a tunnel that connects the science building to the student center. This is good to walk just in general, in my opinion, to save time, but it kind of gets cold and windy during the winter, so if you want to get away from that, then this is the route to take.
Room 1030, where we host our team study sessions in season. So freshmen coming in, they'll all get together for about an hour and a half, and get some studying done. Like you said earlier, we're student athletes, students first, so we really take pride in our education here. So,
And I can kind of segue into obviously the more academic side. You'll have an academic advisor who's an actual teacher on campus, and then you'll have one of our coaches as an academic advisor, and you'll meet him once every 1 or 2 weeks usually during the season, just to make sure that you're keeping up on your grades, you're actually going to class. But here's the mailboxes I was talking about. This is where you get more of your envelopes and stuff.
as you can see through these windows, this is, I think, the lower levels of the library, which I'm sure we'll get to here in a second. Yeah, just a little brief introduction to the library. We have books for pretty much any topic you need. I know I go in there to study a lot. If I have any research that I need to do for research papers, I can get books there. So.
We have multitude of clubs on campus. If you're interested in joining any of those, it's where you sign up for the student engagement office and student organization center.
If you're interested in making a club, you only need 4 guys, and you can, guys or girls, and you can make any club they approve of. I'm pretty sure if you want to sign up for intramurals or get information about intramurals, you can go there too.
The room that we just passed is the Academic Center for Enrichment. If you're interested in like study abroad or the honors program, that's the place to go.
This is a little lounge here that they host events in. I know, I think it was last week, they had a little pizza party for whoever wanted to come. Oh, look at that feature, Manny Guy, receiver, senior receiver. But yeah, no, little lounge. I do some studying here too as well. It's a good spot. They have a pool table, a bunch of couches and chairs. They have a TV right behind that wall. So if you want to get some gaming in, you can.
And we didn't go in the dorms, but this is basically what the lower level of dorms look like. A pool table, ping pong table, and just a bunch of chairs. We didn't mention it, but I just thought of it. In the dorms, there is free laundry. All you need to do is just bring your detergent. And also on campus, there's free Wi-Fi. So.
I did hear talks about the lower level, going from that to like a conventional store, like a convenience store almost. So more info on that will probably be posted somewhere. So this is Higbee's. Yeah, Higbee's. This is Higbee's. We got a Qdoba here. This is a part of your meal plan. Yeah, right here. New convenience. But yeah, this is a part of your meal plan. If you decide to purchase a bigger meal plan than the base one, you get dining dollars. You can use your dining dollars on Higbee's, and you just swipe your card just like the dining hall, and go straight to your account.
Oh, do you want to go to the library? And all these places I was showing you, Qdoba, the dining hall, these little coffee shops, you're eligible to work there. So I don't think you even have to be part of work study. If you just want to work on campus, you're eligible to do so.
And yeah, like you mentioned, work study. It's thank you. Work study is a little program that they have here that you can do. It gives you an on-campus job. I know a couple of our students here working as like a photographer for sports and whatnot.
Thank you.
So there's a long list of jobs that you can have. You just got to
Resource Center. So if you have any problems with like your technology and need help, that's the place to go. And then right behind you is you can see right in the corner is the Student Success Center. And if you need any help with on-campus resources, that's the place to go. I know you can change your major in there as well. So.
Right behind this wall too is it's like the tutoring nook. So if you need any tutoring for classes, I know the tutoring nook is right around the corner. So
books, obviously. I know you can use computers in here, and we have databases as well that usually your classes call for, and that's free that you can use on campus.
I guess we can go through.
Coming back here down this hall to the right, we have Edison Auditorium and Oyate Hall. I know Oyate Hall will host a end of season banquet in there, and then Edison Auditorium, we can see events like I know we watched a movie about student athletes here. There is dance ensemble there. And they were free to play it like free movies. Sometimes play.
The right is our food bank. Yeah, nothing. I mean, there's computers in there and food, study area, nothing.
24 hours.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
So yeah, like we mentioned, that hall that we went through took us from the science building to the student center, and then we'll be walking out to the mall, You can see pretty much every building, education building that you need here. We'll get to those here in a sec, but we'll go that way.
I think one of my favorite things about Morris is the community. I mean, we're a relatively small campus, a little under 1,000 students, and Morris is around 5,000 people. But for games, not only does the town come out, but also the student body. Obviously indoor, but also outdoor, like Nate said, with the homecoming games. Probably one of the most amount of people I've ever seen at a football game before. And in a world where like college sports is so like changing every day, it's really great to just spend 4 years with your best friends and make memories. So that's something I really like.
Yeah, I can definitely attest to that. Homecoming was definitely an experience to remember. I'm glad that I get to have 3 more of those. Students here love to support each other. I know, at least personally, I go to basketball games and I see a lot of guys there too. So we try to support each other. When we support another sports team, they come to ours. So this is Bemware Hall. This is generally where you go for like one stop. This is your financial aid. If you have any checks you need to cash for scholarships, you go in there and they'll take care of that. I know I've had some meetings in there for my financial packages and whatnot. So it's a very useful tool. Use it.
One Stop is literally your one stop if you have any questions about where to go here. Also public safety. If you have a parking ticket, the very bottom floor is the place to go.
We don't get those today. I have heard they're only about $20.
Coming up is Imholt. This is my favorite building. I'm a history major, so this is where I spend most of my time. So these are your social sciences, so your history, along with your like economic classes, psychology, anthropology, stuff like that. We also have team meetings in here. You want to talk about those?
Yeah. So yeah, this is his favorite building for educational wise. This is my favorite building for football. We host team meetings, positional meetings here. This is where we will watch our positional film in the mornings. Basically anything to do with a meeting with football is hosted here. We get together pretty much every day, especially after games, that Monday after games to regroup, and go over what we did good and what we did bad. Coming up here to the left is the team meeting spot. This is where the whole team meets. And Hoff gives us a lecture, whether it's a good one or a bad one.
This is a relatively bigger room, obviously, but our student-to-teacher ratio is pretty small, which I find is really nice. And again, I talked about community, and I also really like the teachers. I mean, our teachers come to my games. My psychology teacher came to my games and emailed me afterwards, and they're really supportive. Like if you're not in class, they'll ask, email you, ask what's going on. So although this is like a big room, this is usually not. These are like for your intro, like your survey, like freshman classes. These aren't like your normal classes, I'd say.
Normal classrooms, which we'll get to, are about, I'd say, half of this room. They try to really condense classes so you can get in touch with your teachers more often than not. I think you mentioned that the student ratio is like 1 to 9. So they definitely make it easy and accessible to contact teachers and get in touch with them. Mm-hmm. Every teacher has office hours. I know you can set up personal meetings with them too. Everyone here is willing to help you succeed. I mean, you're paying for college. They want to see you get that degree. So
A little overview on classes. Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes are like 50 to an hour long, and then your Tuesday, Thursday classes are those hour and a half, 2 hour long classes usually.
Labs, if you have any labs, like you said, they range kind of depending on the class, but major classes like your chemistry and all those are typically around 3 hours. They really make sure you understand the material.
If you're interested in online classes, there's a lot of Zoom classes, strictly online classes. I know my stats class here, it's like kind of semi-online, semi-in-person, so a lot of teachers live off campus, so you know, if there's like bad weather, it's usually on Zoom. And the weather's great here. Look at that guy. That's what I'm talking about. We got him to play our own line. This is Camden Hall. There are no classes in there. I think this is just like a teacher offices for like history and stuff.
It used to be like an upperclassman hall, but like you said, make a transition. And then as you can see here, we got the humanities, and then you got humanities fine arts. We'll probably take you into the HFA first. This is where your pottery and like ceramics classes. I have public speaking in here, theater, band, whatnot. So
there are a couple gen eds, like fine arts wise, you have to take. I know a lot of people take piano. That's what I'm taking. It's really easy. But yeah, like he said, orchestra, choir, anything fine art you can think of is in here. I know they hold concerts and plays as well. They have a black box theater.
So this is kind of the main entrance, or the back entrance, excuse me, to the HFA. Downstairs, like you said, there's piano classes, but there's also rooms to practice piano. They provide us with a couple of pianos down there. They can go practice. This is where the theater is. This is where they do all the rehearsals and whatnot.
On our team specifically, I feel like we have a lot of different majors. Business, I know a lot of people are doing exercise science, like Nate. Education as well, we have a great education program. Sports management is also, I feel like, a big one on our team.
Coming up here is the recital hall. This is where presumably like orchestra is and all that. We have the art gallery here. I know some people are artistically gifted, so they can put their art up for display.
Off campus real quick. We have a couple restaurants off campus. We have a couple dollar stores, Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, fast food, McDonald's, Dairy Queen. We have a golf course right outside of town. Two movie theaters, Pizza Hut. So, you know, just because we talk about the dining hall, you don't have to eat at the dining hall every day. So, what else is there? Go this way, I guess.
If anyone's interested in bringing horses, there's a horse stable there. And I know they house horses here, so I just saw it and thought I had to mention it.
Outside of the town, we're kind of surrounded by a couple different towns. Alexandria is 45 minutes north of here. Benson's about 30 minutes. So if you want to take a quick drive, such as Chipotle's in Alexandria, so that's a go-to place. They also have a Walmart and a Target as well. So it's a little bigger of a city.
St. Cloud is about an hour and a half east of Morris. That's about your first major city. They have about everything you need. We played St. John's. We played St. John's near St. Cloud. So,
if you're unsure of where Morris is, first of all, it's in the state of Minnesota, and it's about an hour and a half southeast of Fargo, and it's about 2.5 hours northwest of St. Paul, west of St. Paul.
Yeah, it's around there.
So obviously you could drive up here, take a plane into Fargo or St. Paul, and then there's a train that goes through Fargo and St. Cloud.
I'm personally about 3 hours away. I know he's from out of state.
Yeah, I'm from Montana, a little farther than that.
Yeah, so about an 18-hour difference. But we get a lot of out-of-state guys. We encourage out-of-state student athletes here.
Yeah, obviously, majority of our population's from Minnesota, I'd say, but we have people from Montana, a lot of Idaho guys, Washington, got a guy from Rhode Island this past season, a couple Arizona guys, I think, too.
Yes, South and North Dakota
Mississippi.
are common. Yes, Mississippi. So, we're scattered all around here. So we try to get everyone from everywhere and bring them into the family. It's a good experience to get to know people from the state.
Do you want to go to the Fine Arts Building or just talk about it?
No, we're good. You can just talk about it.
Okay. There is a foreign language requirement on campus. We offer a multitude of foreign languages: French, Spanish, Italian, German, as well as sign language. And like I talked about, this used to be a boarding school, so we also offer a couple indigenous languages, I think, as well.
So yeah, that's what you see in there for classroom size is about typical classroom size for us. Every classroom has about 2 TVs, projector. Big front area. So if you need to do any speeches or anything like that, you can. Good sizes. You get probably about 15 kids per class. Yeah, that's about all that's in humanities.
Say thanks for following us on this tour.
Yeah, there you go first.
Well, thanks for coming along. I hope you come to Morris. I'd recommend it. And I hope to see you on our team next year.
Same thing.